All right, guys. This is my Z817 auto tuner. I use it in conjunction with a lot of radios previously. Basically in manual mode, you would put into some type of a continuous carrier, FM, CW mode, keep the radio down, hit the tune button. Recently, I got a FT818, and when I bought this, it came with the matching cable for the 817 at that time, but it also works with the 818. Well, I've used it a time or two, and no problem. I put it on the bench yesterday, was going to try it with some JS8 call, and it wouldn't tune. The cat control and everything would feed through it, and basically you hook this port with the cable to the radio, and then this port here to the computer, and it feeds through the cat control. Well, it wouldn't matter what you did, but it would not tune. So I got to doing a little bit of investigating, and I found, and this is the battery tray out of it, that I had a lot of corrosion. I had already had it one time before, and I got it cleaned out, but undoubtedly I didn't get enough of it cleaned out. As you can see, these outside rivets here are very corroded, as well as here. Here's one as well. If you look inside here at the negative wire, it's corroded. Some of the springs, especially this one, is very, very coated. This one has some minor coating on the very outside of it. So I got to thinking that you're always having to, with these type of tuners, to keep AA batteries on hand, and I did not want to throw it away simply because of corrosion. So what I did was, obviously, I cut the two wires here, and I had some parts laying around from some of my previous projects. So what this is, get a little bit better light on it, if it'll focus. This is a step-down DC to DC converter, also known as a buck converter. This side is voltage in, this side is voltage out. Well, if you look at all of these and trace the wiring out, that is 4 AA batteries in series, which comes out to be about 6 volts. What I did was I have 2 sets of meter leads with this type of a spring-loaded hook on them, positive and the negative ends. The other ends have male banana plugs on them. These fit perfectly in the back side of the MFJ 30 amp power supply that's got the binding post. This slides right in the middle. I used one set, and at that time these holes were not filled with solder, so I just clipped them in it. I supplied power through there. I used the other set of leads like this, clipped them on the output side of it, hooked them up to my meter, made sure that I had at least 13.8 volts on the supply side, and then it's hard to see, but right there is an adjustment potentiometer. I adjusted that voltage down to 6 volts, and I made sure that by adjusting the power output on the power supply, that the output voltage stayed constant as the input voltage varied. And I know I can get down to roughly 6 volts before this starts dropping off, and I can raise it above 13.8 and this stays the same. So that's the choice that I went with. And luckily this double-sided sticky paper tape here stayed in there. So once I got through soldering my connections, and they are marked in and out, positive and negative, on the back side of the board. Once I got through soldering everything down, I just stuck it to this double sticky back tape here, and here I drilled a hole right through the back where it was a clear spot, and I wrapped electrical tape around it to prevent it from cutting into the wire. Although it is aluminum, shouldn't have that much effect on it. And the other side of this cable, I have power poles mounted on it. So whatever your radio is running on, you can now use the tuner for. And that's one little quick way to save from having to throw away something because of battery corrosion, such as that. Some repairs may get a little bit tricky and require some research, but this was straightforward and to the point. I hope this helps you out.